Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. Start of the week in the working world. Who am I kidding? Nobody works anymore. How is everybody? Hope you're doing good. I'm okay, having a pretty decent day. I was in a lot of pain yesterday, guys, right? Remember me talking about that? This is the great thing about my body. It takes a lot of pain for me to get that way. And then the next day, when you would probably still be in pain, my powerful medicines make it so I don't feel that. So I didn't have any real pain today. It was a wonderful day to be alive, and it makes me happy. It's probably why I'm in such a giddy mood. That, and I got to watch a lot of stupid. Got to watch a whole lot of stupid. Instead of doing a game stream like I was planning to do, Jack and I, and for a while, Dax, we just went and we trolled chats. I haven't done that in a long time. I'll let him get here and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But we'll go ahead and get into the topic of the night. The president went into hiding, you guys. He had to go into a bunker in the White House or near the White House or wherever they take him when the president could be in danger. And this is what I've been talking to you guys about. There's going to come a time where somebody's got to put a foot down. Somebody's got to say, no more. This is it. Enough. Before the stream, thank you so much, Snubberth, who says, Nick has taken too much influence from Jeff. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. Thank you for the donation, sir. When we're getting to the point where the president's got to go into a bunker and hide, shit's gone too far. Way too far. Nobody in America should be cheering that. And unfortunately, there's a ton of people doing so. Lots of old lefties out there like, why is he going into hiding? And it's actually kind of what Snubberth was talking about a moment ago. Wizard of Cause, Nick. He put out that America. Let me read it. I don't want to misrepresent what was said. He tweeted out, and like a real leader, at Donald Trump is hiding in a bunker, trying to think of who he can blame it all on blame it all for Twitter. Well, trying to think of who he can blame it all for via Twitter. Wow. And you can be sure of this. He thinks only about his own media image. Sorry, I read it as written and it was fucking me up there. Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you. Wait, you mean he didn't go out riding on a Raptor dual-wielding machine guns? I know, right? It's so weird. And I responded kind of snarkily with, because he should be what? Out there tussling? And for that, this was the response. Sorry, I forgot his fan base. Don't expect leadership beyond incomprehensible bluster about the radical left. You guys are one note. Learn a new one. And I just asked him, well, what should he be doing? I've asked this of a couple of these folks there's a lot of them out there. He's in hiding. What a pussy. Like, okay, well, what should he be doing? What should he be doing? You know why? Here's the thing. His hands are tied right now. Thank you so much, Jordan. Why do riot police always show up early for work? So they can beat the crowd. Thank you very much. And Captain Jack, hey, it's nice to see you, Captain Jack. He says, I'm listening to this stream on my new speaker. Oh, cool. Just a new speaker? I'm curious. Because I do have the one speaker for my phone, but I rarely listen to things. I only have that. I have a speaker for my phone that I have so me and the girls can sing and dance together. Because my granddaughters like music, and so I encourage that in them. Thank you, Ranting Monkey. Did you tell him you didn't vote for him? No, I'm not going to get into an argument with somebody who dismisses me that way and won't even answer the very logical question. Won't even try to. What is the president supposed to do here? You know what he should do is the very thing that if he did, everybody would be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he did that." Cult of Krill, thank you so much over on the Streamlabs. Hey, sorry, give me a second to bring it up over here. 86 E-Class Mercedes finally shit the bed. Looking at used cars, 2018 Focus versus a 2013 Mercedes C-Class, both around $12K, both overpriced in my opinion. Oh, sorry to hear your car died out there, man. You've heard me talk. I'm a minivan guy. Buy a minivan. They're so comfortable. They're not a status symbol at all, but they are comfortable as hell. Jack, how you doing, man? It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Seriously, guys, me and Jack have been together since the last show ended. We were cuddling
over the internet. Yeah,
we're doing some internet cuddling. Shio, thank you so much. How many cops does it take to charge a light bulb? None. They just beat the room for being black and not working. Fuck. Jesus. Yeah, we were watching riot footage and stuff, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. I want to continue on this for just a minute. Jack, I'm talking about the president being in hiding and these people. He's such a pussy for hiding. What should he do?
Apparently, he should be out on the street in riot gear, beating the shit out of some people or something. I don't know.
He can't control the local cops. I don't know how much control he can do of the National Guard. I mean, he controls the military. They are military. So send them out to quell these assholes. But the problem is, if he does anything, if he does what needs done, if they go out there and crack heads, he's going to get all kinds of shit that he's never going to be able to live down. All of these guys, including the president, he is wrong here. I'm sorry. The president is wrong here because he is looking at what looks best for him politically instead of doing what's best for the nation. We need a crackdown on this shit. It's got to stop.
Yeah.
Scribe's Ginger account or Grinder account. Sorry, Ginger account. Scribe's Grinder account. Thank you so much for the donation with no message there. I appreciate that. We watched a men's clothing store go up in flames, and it went from a little bit of a flicker you could see out of the window to a raging fire across the whole building in 10, 15 minutes tops?
Yeah, tops.
And just gone. They're burning shit down. They're breaking shit. We watched one video that started out with this guy. It was kind of a peaceful protest. And then everybody started moving around and then they started breaking shit and looting. And they started hitting this guy because he dared call this woman a bitch. And frankly, she was being a bitch.
She was being a bitch. She was total Karen. You shouldn't be filming us. Antifa apparently is filled with Karens.
It's amazing how many people you can point to in this crowd and go, Antifa, 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 in several of the videos we watched.
Oh, yeah. This is that last one we were watching, that live stream. This chick had a megaphone, and the guy filming even said, I saw her in Oakland. She's Antifa.
Yep. And this was Seattle? Portland.
Was it Portland? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one was maybe it was
Portland
Seattle.
Or Santa Monica.
No, was that one in Santa Monica? I thought they won before. Look, we watched a lot of them, you guys.
Yeah, we've been whoring around on the internet watching all the different streams.
Doing our best to make people laugh and chat. I got muted, you guys, on a channel.
It was a pretty innocuous thing you said compared to some of the other shit we'd said.
Okay, yeah, compared to what else we said, it was. But here's let me put it to the audience real quick. Question is there any rest for the wicked? Captain Jack, thank you for the donation. And no, there's absolutely not. There's no rest for the wicked. Trust me and Jack know. So we're watching this protest, right? This is a protest because a cop kneeled on the neck of George Floyd and killed him. And they decided a good way to honor George Floyd is to take a knee. And to me, that seemed highly disrespectful.
Right? That seemed kind of crass.
It did. And I simply said, that's like shooting each other through the window to protest this stuff. You know, because there was that woman who got shot through the window by a cop.
Right?
And they're like, no, that's too bad. Like, what? We were making abortion jokes.
Yeah. We were talking about how hot one of the news chicks was and if she does butt stuff.
We really were. That one channel, I don't know who they are, the ones that we got away with so much stuff. God bless them for being so open.
Yeah.
We said horrible shit.
I think they only had the one moderator and she lost her wrench a couple times.
But still, I mean, they never kicked us off and they could have. And she was active for some of your worst stuff. Yeah. I was pretty good. I was a nice guy. I was just in there asking people how they were, wishing them a good day and good fortune. And Jack's making hanger jokes.
I just asked if Planned Parenthood had been looted because they need those hangers.
Oh, it was so much fun. I wish we could do that live.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God, that'd be outstanding. We'd be in so much trouble.
we would. I say things when I'm in chat that I would literally never say on here because I know I could get in so much trouble for it.
Yeah.
And so it's fun to just go hang out in the chat. But that I wasn't even that bad to that one. I'm a little offended.
I know, right? You should be, especially because they hid you after that.
Yeah, they fucking hid me, you guys. Fucking assholes. Anyway. And I apologized when I got back. Fucker. How dare he? Yeah, because the first thing I said was like, I'm sorry, dude. And then I was going to be an asshole again, which I was. But yeah, none of it showed up. Fucking dicks. You pussy. Not that he can hear me right now.
Nah, well, you never know. He seemed like a pretty big whiner.
He kind of did. I think my dad misunderstood how to use a wire hanger. He used it on me when I was a teen. Oh. Wow.
Wow.
Ilhan Omar, thank you. Police are nicer to white protesters. And thank you, Snubber. Did you hear what Texas did? Supposedly conceal and carry is legal with no permit for 168 hours. Ooh.
Ooh, that's actually probably a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I would be announcing that publicly and see what happens. Yeah. No, going back to what we were talking about. Sorry, I got distracted by, man, I had so much fun. That was a lot of fun.
It really was.
We're not going to tell you where we were either, because you have to just find us.
And we can't remember.
There's that too. And I'm not looking at my history because I'm lazy. So why does the president have to hide? The president has to hide because the mayor of DC didn't do his job. His job is to keep the peace. And his cops weren't there. They set fire to the guardhouse outside the White House.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That should never have been allowed to happen.
They burned down a church. What's the name of that church?
This St. John's.
St. John's.
It's a historic church. Every president since James Madison has visited it.
Yep.
That's like the presidential church.
Set that motherfucker on fire because, they're just so distraught over George.
Something like that.
What needs to happen is a crackdown on this shit. Tomorrow, what we're going to see is a whole bunch of leaders come out, and I said, where are our leaders? They're hiding because there's only one answer to this, and nobody wants to pull that trigger, so to speak. Nobody wants to be the one to do that. So instead, they're going to let the cities burn.
Yeah, that's the spinelessness of the politicians. Somebody's got to make the decision to stop the chaos. Mm-hmm. You can't have cities burning like this. It just doesn't work. And not only does it damage the community, it makes us look weak internationally. And that is not what we need when we're having these problems with China right now.
And for anybody out there who's like, the government shouldn't wield that. No. Here's the thing. There are times that the government gets involved and they do horrible shit that they shouldn't be doing, being too over or heavy-handed and stuff. That's not this. They've been more than accommodating here. It is time to bring the peace. And if they won't go home when you tell them to, when you're using non-lethal methods and they're still breaking and looting. We watched one store get looted. I'm not kidding. So where was it? I think this was in Santa Monica. The cops come over and they start blocking the door, and you see a bunch of protesters, I'm using air quotes, run out. And the cops stay in like this U in front of the door. But then just down the sidewalk, not even 50 feet away, you see the window get busted out because the whole thing is boarded up with 8-foot 8-foot plywood. See the window get busted out above that, and people jumping out and throwing clothing out. And the cops stayed right there blocking the door.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what the hell's going on. This is nuts.
Yeah, they eventually, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Jordan 250. How many black men does it take to start a protest? -1.
Ooh.
Thank you for the donation.
Ilhan Omar, thank you. Looting a Planned Parenthood? Need a plan B. There you go. Yeah, they actually broke the plywood out just down from these police so they could just go out that way. Nothing is being done. Now, I will say in Los Angeles, it looks like for the most part, they controlled things after most of the looting had already happened for the day. So maybe they stopped more looting, but we watched, there was this camera over this one thing that this was a, what were they trying to get in there? It's this little strip mall. And in one, there was a smoke shop, which they got into and destroyed. There was a Levi store, which they got into and destroyed. And they were trying to get into another store.
That was like a Walgreens community store.
Bearcock, thank you. I keep watching the scene from Rules of Engagement where Samuel L. Jackson says, waste the motherfuckers petting a imaginary cat while whispering soon. Petting, okay. Thank you for the donation. You threw me off there with that one. But anyway, we're watching this scene for a good 5-10 minutes. And then suddenly you just see the crowd scatter. They're trying to break into this one store. They had a crowbar there, and there's just a crowd of people waiting to rush in and loot it. And then you see them all dispersed. And it's because the police came. The police didn't even come up to the damn store. They never went in that little strip mall area. But the funny thing, when they all dispersed, they all got into some really nice cars, Jack.
Yep. I thought that was suspicious right away. That was really weird.
None of them jumped into a jalopy. None of them jumped into a beater. These were all like very nice cars and very well polished. I mean, sun glinting off them. That's odd for protesters, isn't it? In a downtrodden area.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, it was interesting. Very interesting. But don't worry, guys. Everybody's just mad about George dying.
Yeah. Real quick on the Streamlabs. Thank you, Shio. I went to this riot in Dallas, and all I got was this bloody shirt. Don Lemon rubs his nut.
Wow.
Thanks, Shio.
Stolen cars, not that many, Jack. Not that many. And it was amazing how well parked they all were.
Yeah, they had it timed, so these cars came up right as these guys are coming out of the store. Like, this was coordinated.
Mm-hmm. There was except for that one poor bastard. You see him running, and then all of a sudden he just drops all his shit. Apparently, he didn't come in a car.
Yeah.
You see him drop it. He walks right up almost to the police, and all they do is tell him to turn around and go the other way. Like, all right.
Yeah, they must have some stand-down orders or something not to arrest looters. But that's a dangerous mentality.
Well, it was Santa Monica that told us they'd arrested almost 400 people today. I guess they got bored or overbooked. They're like, fuck it, call it off. Because some of what we saw still going on in Santa Monica certainly seemed to deserve an arrest. But at some point, you really do. You have to stop it.
Yeah.
You have to come in with a heavy hand. I don't support treating people like that on a regular basis, but this isn't a regular basis. This is riot season. And if you don't, you may as well right now just concede the country to these assholes. Just leave the White House, Mr. President. Just be all right, whoever wants to be in charge, there you go. Because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing right now, letting them get away with this shit. How do you maintain any kind of order, any kind of structured society when you're unwilling to stop people from this?
Yeah, they lack the political will to do anything.
And that's the real problem. The real problem is they are all way too worried about their media image.
Yep.
And even the president. Because what he should be, because he did come out and he blamed the mayor of Washington, D.C., and I agree. But there's also the National Guard, Mr. President. You can put them around the White House.
I think he's trying to get the locals to handle this, and it's not going to happen. DC is not going to have the political will to use their own cops to stop this. They're going to have to use the federal.
And they're not going to do that.
No, because I think they're trying to make Trump look bad, and so far it's working.
Yeah,
but if they don't start cracking down on this, half the country is going to be on fire because you're just emboldening these people.
Yeah, I blame all the leaders right now. None of them are immune.
Yep.
I'm sorry. What governor was that? Or what state? Texas with the concealed carry for everyone. I support that. That's a good move. You still need to get in there though and get your police to get the shit under control. And they fucking torched Dallas. U.S. Marshals were deployed tonight to
DC. DEA and U.S. Marshals got called in because apparently city cops in DC aren't doing anything.
Yeah, we're seeing DC itself is just on fire right now. Last time I saw it, you can see fires in several places in the city.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, if they take out one of those monuments, you're going to piss a lot of people off. There's still patriots in this country.
Here's the problem, though, Jack. I agree with you. The problem is that's not how it's going to go out on the news.
Of course not, because the news is run by commies.
And that's what's going to matter to your average person, is what it's saying in the news, because the average person still reads that shit and believes that shit. And it's going to be, look at the bad Donald Trump did this.
Yeah. It's fucking sick. Thank you, X Bubba Hotep, for the donation. I didn't commit arson. I was just sharing my burning passion.
There is no National Guard for DC. It's not part of a state. I know it's not part of a state, but he could call up Virginia and have them send one over. Maryland's right there as well. Use the Secret Service. We got the FBI. Send out the fucking forces and put this shit down.
Right?
They're attacking the White House. That's got to be a federal offense.
I would hope so.
You are directing violence at the president. That has got to be a federal offense.
Yeah, they're going after our national institutions. And say what you will about this country, whether you love it or hate it, you have a lot more rights here than you do anywhere else in the world. And until people kind of come to that realization, we're in some big, big trouble. Because this is getting way out of hand.
Beth says, I'm blaming all the idiots who are doing the rioting and the looting, not the cops. I don't know how much blame I put on the cops. I put it on our leaders. The police are doing what they're told to do.
Yeah.
Now, we have seen some where there's obviously blame for the police, and there's some of them who aren't acting appropriately. Use appropriate force is what you should be doing. And we're using none in a lot of cases. And it's gotten to the point where, because we use none for so long, it's going to require a lot of force to bring it under control. Virginia is burning in Richmond. Military cannot, by law, attack civilians. They can attack people who are attacking the country. And I feel like if you're attacking the White House, you're attacking the country.
Yeah. They can declare martial law and suspend posse comitatus. It was done during the Civil War. It's been done a couple times. It's not a pretty look, but it might have to get done. And that's terrifying. We don't want that.
And hell, I'm not saying put them around the White House, all the way around. And then if somebody attacks them, then they can attack.
Yeah, we do not want to end up in a police state. Nope. And if they don't get this under control soon, they're going to end up with a police state in some of these cities.
SCX Racer, exactly. Enemies, foreign or domestic. But again, we have other agencies that could be handling it. Bring out the ATF, the FBI, the federal marshals. They were pulling up Border Patrol to help with some of this shit. But it's still, they're not quelling it at all.
Yeah.
In most cases, they're standing back and watching, to the point they set fire to the guardhouse at the White House.
That's a little too close for comfort.
Again, if you're just going to let it happen, then you might as well abdicate the presidency. Be like, all right, you guys win. We're now the United States of SJW-topia. We'll make Bernie president, and we can all have bread lines and read before they shoot us in the head for having the wrong thoughts. We've had some horrible things happen in this country. That doesn't mean you do not use law enforcement when it's necessary. The FBI aren't going to do anything. They want this to happen. Maybe some. I mean, we definitely, Peter Strzok's probably beating off.
Oh, yeah, him and Comey both. They're having a little circle jerk over that chick.
He called up Lisa Page and go, hey, baby.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you about some Trump stuff. They set fire to the guardhouse. Oh, thank you, Ilhan Omar. Boohoo, whites don't want racist statue taken down. Thank you for the donation. Ilhan hasn't been here to troll in a while.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Must
I appreciate
marrying a brother.
Yeah. Divorcing. Remember, she hooked up with that married white guy. Total coincidence. They were not together. You ever see this, Jack, where a couple starts showing up and people are like, I think they're banging, and they're married, and then they end up divorced and marry each other, and like, we weren't banging beforehand.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we've all seen that.
She tried pulling that shit. No, it was perfectly platonic before he got unmarried. I'm a good Muslim woman. I don't want stoned in the street. So who do we give the country over to? We have a couple of choices. We have the commies. We have the Muslims. Is Ilhan? Which one would Ilhan go for? Do you think she'd push for Sharia or for commies?
Why not both?
Well, I feel like she'd go more commie so she doesn't get stoned.
I say we hand it over to the anarcho-communists because they have the most convoluted messaging.
I'm just going to miss I'm going to miss the internet, man.
I'm going to miss roads.
Food.
Yeah. Oh, food. I liked it.
Don't worry, you only miss food for like 6 days.
That's true. I miss clean water already.
Yeah. Don't worry. At least in the bread lines, you get bread. Hopefully it's enough to keep you full for a month. I'm going to miss you too. Yeah. God. If I was President, Jack, this shit wouldn't be happening. Because I don't give a fuck about my public image.
Right?
Although I did stop myself from writing something on Twitter tonight that was horrible.
Yeah, well, I was enabling you to do it, and so was Dax. So
I had it completely typed out before I deleted it.
It was probably a good idea you did, because that got you in trouble.
That would have got me in a lot of trouble.
Real quick, thank you, Shio. What's the difference between George Floyd and a black NFL player? The NFL player could take a knee.
You played a game where you played president? I played many games where I played president. I like to wield the power. That's why it's best for me not to have it. What was it, Monkey? To be honest with you, I don't remember exactly. After that, I said a whole bunch of other horrible shit. That's actually how we got into trolling over there, because I decided to put that into their chat instead of on my Twitter.
Then it became a game.
Yeah. It's like, which one of us can get silenced? And they never did it. They were I got a lot of respect for that guy.
Yeah, but then we went to the other channel and you got nailed pretty quick.
Yeah, which
means you won, you know.
True. But I don't like being silenced, so I'm irritated at winning, Jack.
Yeah, it's a rough call because you did win, but then you got silenced at the same time.
Yeah, I don't feel that was a worthy win.
No, I feel like it was kind of a cheap one because that wasn't even the most offensive thing we had said by a long shot.
BG said, how many times did you nuke your citizens in those games? I never nuked my citizens, but I used to play Superpower and Superpower 2. They're very nerdy kind of games where you take over a country, Jack, and you build it up and you just watch the world work around you. And I always ended those games by engaging in a nuclear war against China. Not a good idea, by the way.
Probably not.
It did not go. The whole world just lights up because you play on this globular map. The whole thing's that it's not a flat map. It's the globe, and you spin it around. And when people start launching off nukes, you just see these trail lines, and the first one lands, and then everybody fires their fucking nukes at everyone they hate. It's fucking glorious.
So it's a globist map. Figures.
Indeed, it is. It's against the flat Earth thinking.
Monsters.
Terry D. Monis, thank you. I think all the leaders just took you a bit too seriously. Check if any of them bought a just let it happen mug. I haven't even looked to see if anybody's bought any of those yet. I haven't been over there since I designed that. What's going on? The race to loot and steal versus the police enforcing policy is a bit neck and neck. Wow. We watched a lot of protests. It was funny to me how quickly. See, what was happening, guys, is that you see this a lot. You have a police line there that you know isn't going to do anything. They're just there hoping that the rioters don't engage. That's their job. And if they do, then you move because you're not going to beat the hell out of them with your sticks. And you're sure as fuck not going to shoot them all. So you have this line of rioters on the other side, and every so often they'll get up in their face. There was this one guy sitting in front of them, hoping that, Time magazine came by and clicked his picture so he could be photo of the year. A bunch of pussies. They would not do this if there was a chance that those police were going to do anything to them. And they'll stand there and they yell, and then they just kind of disappear. Not the police, but they're like, okay, we're bored now. Let's go somewhere else and fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
Especially that last one we watched, because there was a lot of fat fucks in that one.
Oh, yeah, that fat bitch with the security shirt.
Oh, a lot of security. A lot of security. And her jeans, I was impressed. Those jeans held together under the weight of that bitch and didn't give. I want to know. I want to know who made them because that's quality. Maybe it was Dickies.
You have to contact whatever circus she got them from because they were comically large.
That was some military grade denim right there. Holy shit. And the other fat bitch, there were two fat bitches and a fat dude. And then the little tiny black girl with the light up megaphone.
Yeah, there must be a sale on megaphones because we saw a lot of them tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Buy stock in megaphone companies, guys. I don't even know what companies make megaphones.
I don't either. But
I assume like an RCA would be out there, right?
Yeah, maybe Radio Shack. They were all surplus Radio Shack ones.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the idea. Give them a thing to vent rather than people and property. I'm not sure that's what it is. I get what you're saying.
If I learned anything from Baltimore, it's you give them room to destroy.
And that's what we've been doing. They just let them go break shit. They go and yell at the police, and then every time we saw it, they broke up and went and busted shit up. So it's not like it's getting their anger out. I say, I don't want them killed, but maybe a baton to the knee.
Yeah, just rough them up a little bit. Because is this really just the democratic method of redistribution of wealth?
Yeah.
Because they're not creating any jobs out of this.
Well, that's not true. They might create some new insurance adjuster jobs, some construction jobs. It's not going to, like that clothing store. I mean, there's already a ton of little Chinese kids making us clothing, so that won't make any jobs. But maybe some construction and some insurance adjusters. So
this might be a Chinese plot, is what you're telling me?
I'm thinking, look, man. I'm seeing an awful lot of fireworks out there. Yeah. We all know where fireworks came from. So we got COVID, and that didn't stop us. So suddenly we have riots with fireworks. I'm thinking maybe Mayor Frey was right, and there is an outside influence, but I guessed wrong when I said Russians, and it's actually the Chinese. Speaking, do I still have that tweet up? Oh, where was that at? That was fucking amazing. I don't think I have it. Shit, I'm gonna have to go look. I gotta look up Mike Pompeo. Damn it! How the fuck do you spell Pompeo? Pompeo. There he is. For the record, that came from Secretary Pompeo's account. It's not like it's his private account that says Mike Pompeo. It says Secretary Pompeo. I want to show this on screen, guys, because this is beautiful. This Iranian dude says, some don't think Black Lives Matter. To those of you who do, it is long overdue for the entire world to wage a war against racism. Time for a world against racism. Pompeo said, you hang homosexuals, stone women, and exterminate Jews. Didn't pull any punches there, Jack.
Badass.
I like that he did that. I wonder how many people freaked out, because that was actually a day ago and I hadn't heard anything about it. I just happened to stumble across it.
Well, CNN's probably busy rebuilding their front entryway, so they haven't seen it yet.
They got to repaint that. Yeah, exactly, Eagle. Wow, with thumbs up. I agree. I fucking agree. I read that. I was like, oh, shit. And that literally happened. You can ask Jack. I was talking to him at the time. Wizard of Cause is shitting up Twitter with his Trump derangement syndrome hot takes about how this is Trump's fault. Trump is the laziest fucking insult ever. Trump.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you. The Burning Man Festival really expanded their venue this year. Indeed.
True.
Countrywide. Just wait till you get to the big finale. There's a lot of people that I've seen. I don't care about Nick having his little hot takes. I am a little annoyed that I was painted that way. I defended Biden just yesterday. That's a true story. You can go look at it on Twitter. Because Breitbart put out a story that Biden is walking back do they say his pledge? I forget the exact way they said it, but his pledge to hire a woman of color. And even if you read the story, they tell you that that's based on rumors. That there was rumors he was going to hire a black woman. Like, well, then that's not him saying it. He doesn't have to walk anything back because you guys made up rumors.
Yeah.
That's unfair. That's bullshit. He never said that. And you can't pin that on him. You guys are trying to make this about him pulling back, and he didn't do that. Mighty Balzac, thank you. Break into hydraulic boogaloo. Hydraulic big igloo. There you go. Oh, man. Remember, if it's the other kind of boogaloo, it's got to be breakdancing. If he chooses Michelle Obama, Trump's going to lose. See, a lot of people keep talking about Michelle Obama. She has not shown a real interest in getting into politics. She's a popular woman because she was the vice president. She was the president's wife. Other than her really failed school lunch program where they started feeding kids half a gram of cardboard a day, she didn't really do much. Not publicly. IJ, thank you. Have you seen and heard about the anonymous hacker? I saw a really brief thing that Anonymous was trying to be impressive again. And Anonymous script kiddie, let's be honest.
That brings up a good point, because I haven't seen very many Guy Fawkes masks on this.
No. But that started showing up yesterday morning. Yesterday for me morning. So I saw it 4 o'clock-ish.
Yeah, but like out on these protests, we haven't seen really anybody wearing a Guy Fawkes masks out on the front lines like they usually are. Because usually those are the guys up front.
Well, they're moving on, Jack. They've grown up a little bit. They're too grown up to wear a mask, so they wear a mask. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I don't know what the hell all this shit is. It's just a bunch of whiny little kids who never got their ass beat and learned consequences for anything, and now they're not learning anymore. Nobody. Guys, I said this earlier. These guys, in a way, they are Chauvin. They are Officer Chauvin. He did that because he didn't think there would be any consequence. Your bad cops do it because they know there's no consequences. Even if I get caught, chances are nothing's going to happen to me. And was that a conscious thought he had? I don't know. I'm sure it's crossed his mind. It's been said in the news enough that cops have no consequences. But that's what these kids, they know there's no consequences. Even the ones they've been arresting, the majority of them, if this follows historical trends, will be let off with nothing. The people arrested in Ferguson riots, nothing happened to them. Most of them didn't even have to pay like a fucking fine. Thank you, Snubber. The Anon account has been shown to be trollish. It's being labeled a turf and made a tweet saying Michael Jackson is live. Razorfist quote tweeted. Is alive. Wow. Michael Jackson's still alive, huh? I don't know much about it. I didn't follow the anonymous guy. I just saw that it was blowing up and that there was something with a fucktard in a Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah.
I don't put much the tweet was just sent to me of Michael Jackson is alive, of course. Official anonymous, 100% internet hate machine. Often quoted, seldomly attributed. Oh, you're one of those. Dead man walking, hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag op Death Eaters, hashtag op Hong Kong, hashtag op Russia.
Death Eaters, really? Read a new fucking book.
Yeah. Death Eaters. He's a fucking Harry Potter nerd. He's a Harry Potter LARPer. He's not Guy Fawkes. He's a fucking Dementor. Oh my God. These people, Jack. These fucking people. They take themselves so seriously. And I just can't. And Anonymous has done some things I agree with. And they've done some things. It's like, oh, shut up, nerd. Yeah, they are what they are, though. The U.S. is becoming too bleeding heart. We should let protesters protest. That should be allowed. It's as soon as they start breaking the law, something has to happen. Otherwise, they're just going to keep breaking the law, and that's our biggest problem.
Yep.
It's just going to keep escalating. Oh, but we've been talking about this for a while, Jack.
But did you see this picture that Samantha Jo Roth put out about with DC on fire? Here,
Samantha. I miss Samantha already, Jack.
I know, right?
I actually went and looked her up, or her YouTube channel up. She's kind of cute. She doesn't do anything over there, so I didn't stay. I wasn't stalking. I'm not that guy. Damn it!
I am. I mean, RJ just said Jake Paul was caught looting. I wish.
What I saw, they didn't actually have footage of him looting, but if they did find some, good luck in jail, idiot.
Yeah, he's pretty dumb.
Yeah, you shouldn't be out there like that anyway, shithead. You're privileged little white ass and get your ass beat. Where are we at? This was this one? No, this one. My eyes rolled back so far in my head I could see my ancestors beating rock with a stick. Is that the one?
No, I gave you the link in the side chat.
That's what it sent me to.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll try.
Wait.
Nation's capital is legitimately on fire.
Oh, there we go. How the fuck did I even get to that one?
I don't know.
Me neither. Anyway. Oh, yeah. See, this is what I was talking about earlier, where you can... Here, guys, I'll put it on the screen. You can actually see DC is on fucking fire. There's fires blazing everywhere. Now, some of these are lights. Don't confuse. It's not like this right here is fire, but you have fires here. You have fires over here. Fires over here.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking war zone.
Fire here. Yeah. Good job, America. Way to go. It's hard not to talk about this, though.
It's taking up the media. I mean, that there's not much else going on that you could talk about.
Yeah. What is this? Is this chick for real?
For real? Not for play.
Who is this chick? Sarah Parak. She's archaeology from space, global explorer, professor, Egyptologist. Okay.
Did she assign herself all these names?
It's in her bio.
Oh.
Excuse me. Thank you, Terry Diamandis. Is setting Washington on fire considered a capital offense? Well played. Thank you for the donation. No, it's not even a misdemeanor, apparently. This chick says, PSA for anyone who might be interested in how to pull down an obelisk safely from an Egyptologist who never, ever in a million years thought this advice might come in handy. Might it be masquerading as a racist monument? I don't know. And then she goes on to actually have a diagram of how to pull down an obelisk.
That's not cool.
Well, no, it's not. But it's also fucking retarded. You want to see her diagram?
Is there a giant rope at the top?
Well, hang on. Don't get ahead of me, Jack.
Why are they pointing at that giant penis?
They're hitting a giant penis with sticks.
That's what it looks like.
YouTube. First, I didn't draw this. Second, that is not a penis. That actually says racist monument on it.
Yeah, that looks like a third grader drew it.
No, man, she's an Egyptologist. She tells us in her bio.
Uh-huh.
She also look, she has a TED Talk. You can see that's what her picture is. Oh my God.
Of course she's got a TED Talk.
Anyway, the key to pulling one down is letting gravity work for you. Chances are not good. The obelisk extends into the ground a bit, so you want to, or it does extend. You want to get the chains. You want chains, not rope, and 1/3 down from forming circles. 1/3 down from the top of the Washington Monument.
What are they getting, a ladder out? I don't understand how they plan on doing this. It's the largest freestanding obelisk in the world right now.
Yeah. And how tall is it? Does anybody know offhand how tall it is? It's a big motherfucker.
It's 500. I know it sank a little bit, but I want to say 500 and some feet. I'm looking it up right now.
Aside from
555 feet.
So a third down would be what? 350-ish? At least 350 feet in the air with chains around the Washington Monument.
So they want to put Washington in chains?
Yes.
Sounds like slavery to me.
Jesus Christ. What an idiot. We're talking about the monument. Yeah, that wasn't a penis, if that was the confusion there. I realized that professor acts. You know what? I think that was, Jack. I think that was her. I think she has a fixation.
Oh, or a jealousy.
I think she's in desperate need of penis. She hasn't had some in a while. Just judging by what little I saw there. I don't want to judge her because YouTube doesn't want us to. Jack says, I see there's a reason she's an Egyptologist and not an engineer. Now, in fairness, she's probably right about how to do it. It's just not practical. Pulling it down from, that would be where you'd want it. You want to topple it from the top, but not all the way from the top because then you're just going to break off the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Yeah, I mean, it could be done that way. You're just not going to go up because you have to go that, what was it, you said 555 feet?
Yeah.
So you have to, it's not like you only have to go the 300 feet. You have to go all the way to the top, all the way up to the top there to drop the chains around it, unless you're going to have 4 people go up there and just hand it to each other to go all the way around. Do they think Spider-Man is real?
They might. They might. They're pretty dumb. They think Harry Potter's real, so
You know, get the Dementors to take a chain up there. Fucking morons. I can't believe these people are real. I mean, I know they're real because I can see them. But there's, I hate people.
A moron, man.
She has a disclaimer at the end that says, also, please do not pull down Washington Monument.
Sounds like a dog whistle to me.
This is my singing time while I type.
Monkey is typing.
It doesn't work upstairs. What doesn't work upstairs? I'm confused. See, this is what happens when they're behind us. I wish YouTube worked a little bit better where they were right in sync with us, so it worked, so I could remember shit better. Oh dear God. We also saw some news people getting the shit kicked out of them tonight. That was hard to watch. I'm not going to put it on screen, guys, because that one's horrible. Keemstar tweeted it out, and this one guy gets I can't tell if that's just a cup or if it's a glass smashed against his head. And then another one, they just start beating the absolute fuck out of them. It's horrible. I told you guys, this is going to get worse and worse. More and more people are going to get beaten, and some are going to get killed, and the government's going to stand by and watch because they're all a bunch of pussies. They're not very smart. I got you. That's what you meant upstairs. Update. Police fired tear gas and projectiles at demonstrators defying Denver curfew. Yeah, we saw a lot of these people like, we're not breaking the law. Like you're out after curfew. I don't like curfews, but you guys are the reason we have them. You idiots caused it. Have peaceful protest. You know, there was that one guy who was arguing, or he'd been hit with pepper spray, I think he said, or maybe it was tear gas. I can't remember which. And he was bitching about it. He's like, this is why this happens, pointing to a store being looted. This is why this happens. First, he kind of blames it on agitators who came in, and they make the protests look bad. And then he starts going on to say that getting hit with the pepper spray and stuff or whatever it was, that is what makes people riot. Like, well, time out. There was rioting and shit without pepper spray or without tear gas. There's very few times we've seen the police come in and shoot tear gas at people who are just being nice, who are peacefully protesting. They don't even do that to people blocking the freeway. They just let them sit there until they get bored and go the fuck home. How does that work? I've never been to one of these, Jack. How does it work with, you're sitting out on the freeway. You avoid the speeding truck that came barreling through. How do you decide when it's okay, let's just go home now?
When the first person gets hit by a semi, or you watch some dude's balls get dragged for 5 miles.
I still want to know if anybody found his nuts.
I imagine they're in a big streak down I-5.
This when it happened to Andy, no, they didn't care and even blamed him. Now it's happening to them. Well, there's that too. We see this. They only care about it when it's certain journalists.
Oh, the right journalists. Mm-hmm. The correct ideology.
Margaret Sullivan with that stupid ass article. It's Trump's fault that they're turning after the media because he goes after them so hard. Yeah, because these people are big fucking Trump supporters. That makes a ton of sense. These fucking idiots, man. And we saw that from that letter, or that not letter, Reddit post. That guy, I was out there. I used my white face to keep the police away, and then you guys hit my car.
Oh, boo-hoo.
If you're not in the crowd, you're not part of the crowd. It's not like you can wear a "I was one of you" shirt. You know, they don't care. It's blind violence. They don't care. Put up you first. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
And say that you put up a sign that says "Black-owned business." They're not going to care.
No, because these people think they can appease destruction and chaos. You can't. The people that are out looting, they have no cause beyond destruction and tearing the system down. The fact that you're, quote, one of the good ones, end quote, means nothing to them. Mm-hmm. You cannot control agents of chaos. And I don't mean the people fighting it Get Smart. No, this is a force of nature, a destructive mindset. They don't care about your politics. These are barbarians at the gate. They don't give a fuck about politics. They want to do wanton destruction, to tear and destroy everything they can. Destroy the system.
JB says, weakest coup ever. You know what? Here's the thing, though. Jack has said this many times, that our country's so pussified, anybody could just walk in and take it over.
It's happening right now.
Exactly. From the inside, even.
Yep.
If they're not willing to actually stop these fuckers at the White House, because, oh my God, that'll look bad on TV. What happens when they do go across the gate? What happens when they do start crossing the White House lawn? Are they gonna be willing to deploy armament against those people? Because right now it sure as fuck doesn't look like they're going to be willing to.
Yeah.
It may be the weakest coup ever, but it may be successful.
That's even more terrifying.
Right? How many times have I called us pussies?
Right? Well, this is the thing. If they take down a monument or something like that, it shows incredible weakness, not just to our government, to the citizens, but it also shows incredible weakness to the eyes of every foreign leader.
Mm-hmm.
We look incredibly weak right now. We are inviting problems if they don't do something.
Humble Clay says, I don't care if it looks bad, break out the fire hoses. We saw a fire hose used.
Yeah.
And it was funny, this one black kid, he like starts trying to walk up in it. He's going to show them.
Yeah, fucking retard.
His face just gets pushed back. And then they cut off the video. I didn't get to see if he actually went very far back. I was hoping so. Yeah, break out the fire hoses, man.
Well, that's just it. People feel emboldened. They can walk up to somebody spraying them with a fire hose. And nobody's doing anything. This is really getting frustrating because, yeah, the original idea of the protest was good. Yes, there was a bad thing that happened. Protest it. But now it's just riots. There's no protest. This is just riots under the guise of protesting. And that man's death means nothing now because they've tainted that image.
Yeah, they've destroyed that.
Yeah, nothing's going to change from this.
You know, Jack, this is a good time to remind everybody, we are brought to you by you. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, please share, and please throw money at Jack. He's a good guest to have on the show, co-host, funny person, rather, because I'm not funny. Jack's the funny one. That hurts.
No, that's not true. I saw you in that chat. That was hilarious.
No, you're funnier than me, and I appreciate you bringing humor so my audience doesn't get bored.
I don't think that happens.
We need to get enough money so that it's actually our show. I'm gonna employ Jack one day, and he'll have to show up. Be like, you got to be here. I'm gonna fire. Shit, I can't fire you. You're the funny one. Damn it! There goes my plan. I did see somebody was asking for more big and small creators to support, and some of our fans very, very kindly recommended us, and thank you for that. I didn't get contacted. I don't think. Oh, I should check my email. Maybe somebody contacted me. Probably not. I can hope. And then we get sponsored, Jack, and we get a nice a nice studio, and the bitches will be all over us.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Our luck, it'll be just Karens the whole time. Like, you guys are mean.
I didn't say they wouldn't be fat bitches. I just said they'd be all over us.
Gross.
I know. Yeah, they didn't. Nobody's contacted me. Nobody wants to sponsor us, Jack.
We should talk to facialabuse.com. Maybe they'll sponsor us.
I don't know what that is.
That's that website that Sinatra's always pushing in his videos. It's
What?
a porn site.
I got a copyright claim on my stream for Dragon launches into space. Are you kidding me? You sons of bitches. Did C-SPAN claim me?
Probably.
I've never had C-SPAN claim me before. Oh, wait. They must have retracted it, because now it says this video has no copyright or thing. So it must have been a manual one that they, or the automatic one that they caught. Well, thank you, C-SPAN, for taking that off before I even noticed it happened. See, I told you it's weird for them to do it. I've had their stuff quite often. Invite Polydub on so you can kick him. Was Polly here? I didn't even see him.
I saw him in the chat a minute ago.
But why don't I see Polly?
I don't know. You're not. He just only posted like one thing.
Oh, there he is, way up there. And it's not a coup whether riders make it over the fence or not. I'm not talking about just making it over the fence. What's after over the fence?
It's a political mentality. It's not a coup in the militaristic sense. It's a coup in ideology.
Well, what happens? No, I'm being dead serious. What happens when they get over the fence and make it up to the door?
They
Make it
burn
inside.
it down like the British did in the 1812s.
Yep. Coup, no. Revolution would be the actual word. You say you want a revolution, well, you're so fucking gay. Go wash your hair, hippie.
Hippies don't wash their hair. That's what keeps their warning scent around.
I'm fairly certain that's the actual lyrics to the song too. It's been a while since I've heard it.
Yeah, that might be. I don't know.
I've only ever heard that song on Nike commercials. That's a true story, because Michael Jackson bought the rights to the Beatles catalog and then immediately sold the rights to Nike for that song. Fucking beautiful. You say you want a revolution. Shut up, hippie. Goddamn hippies. Can't take them anywhere. Fuck. I was thinking about something else and I got all kinds of distracted there, Jack. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. There were some peaceful protests. We do need to talk about that for just a second. And then nobody cared. The end. There were peaceful protests and then nobody cared. We are still in the middle of a pandemic. There was I forget where they had a riot the other day, but they tested some of the rioters. I'm sorry, protesters. And I don't know what's happened there. I don't know if that changed anything. If they found it and they want to be like, hey guys, well, there's COVID, you're gonna die. Minnesota Attorney General to lead prosecutions related to Floyd death. Oh, Mighty Balzac, thank you. Did you hear Pakistan caught an Indian spy pigeon last week? I hear it was plotting a coup. The funny part is that's true. There's a punchline he put on there, but they caught it. I thought it was India that caught it. Maybe it was Pakistan. It's my memory. Either way, because the Indian Pakistan thing and over Kashmir, it was caught on the border, and supposedly, it was a spy pigeon. It had some coded message on a ring around its leg.
Yeah, it's a spy pigeon with a decoder ring. Come on. What is this, 1945 serials? What?
I didn't write the story, and I sure as hell didn't catch the pigeon, but that's what they're saying. You can't put that headline and then you don't talk about the fucking subject. How dare you? See, Jack, this is why I don't like the mainstream media. They clickbait me all the time.
And they're dumb. Faithless made a good point. That was an Asian pigeon, you bigots.
Night of destruction across D.C. after protesters clashed with police outside the White House. Well, they should clash a little harder with the protesters.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like Eddie Murphy in Trading Places. May I suggest using your nightstick, officer? When he's coming out. It's one of my favorite lines in that movie. Civil disobedience. It's civil disobedience, and it means sit your ass down there and you don't move until they drag you away. She yelled, her voice hoarse. She was trying to get people to stop. Yeah, that's gonna. I like how all these little women out there think they control the crowd. They've gotten so used to their voices mattering that they think it does.
Yeah.
And women, I'm not saying your voices matter. I'm just saying some of these women think that just because they are women, everybody's going to listen to them.
Well,
and people are like, shut up, bitch.
Well, that's the Karen mentality in the feminist narrative that women should be listened to. So sometimes people are just useless and dumb, and you shouldn't listen to them. And other times they set homeless people on fire.
As protests and violence spills over, Trump shrinks back. The president spent Sunday night out of sight, berating opponents on Twitter, even as some of his campaign advisors were recommending that he deliver a televised advice or address to the anxious nation. This is from the New York Times. Inside the White House, the mood was bristling with tension. Hundreds of protesters were gathering outside the gates, shouting curses at President Trump and in some cases throwing bricks and bottles. And setting shit on fire. Nervous for his safety, Secret Service agents abruptly rushed the president to the underground bunker used in the past during terrorist attacks. The scene on Friday described by a person with firsthand knowledge. They even have anonymous sources for this, Jack.
Of course they do.
They have anonymous sources for a riot outside the White House. Where was that at? Oh, God, it's one of these sentences. I hate these assholes. The scene on Friday night, described by a person with firsthand knowledge, kicked off an uneasy weekend at the White House as demonstrations spread after the brutal death of a black man in the police custody under a white officer's knee. While in the end, officials said they were never really in danger, Mr. Trump and his family have been rattled by protests near the executive mansion that turned violent for a third night on Sunday. How long until they go after Mar-a-Lago?
I'm surprised they haven't, actually. I know there was some people trying to break out windows at Trump Tower the other night, but who knows?
After days in which the empathy he expressed for George Floyd, the man, was overshadowed by his combative threats to ramp up violence against looters and rioters, Mr. Trump spent Sunday night out of sight, even as some of his campaign advisors recommend that he give a televised speech. The building was even emptier than usual as some White House officials planned to work were told not to. Thousands of protesters demonstrated peacefully near the White House during the day, but by nightfall, with hundreds still in the streets, the scene turned more volatile. Is this according to their anonymous source?
I don't know. Probably. They might just be making it up.
Scrolling down, I see that they've put a Donald Trump tweet. I don't read newspapers anymore. Do newspapers actually have tweets in them?
Probably. Oh, I got a good one. Peaceful in the streets, rioting in the sheets.
Nice. Yeah, they actually they put a Donald Trump quote or tweet in here. By targeting Antifa, however, Mr. Trump effectively paints all the protests with the brush of violent radicalism without addressing the underlying conditions that have driven many people to the streets. Violent conditions? Are you talking about the manufacturing facilities for Nike overseas? Probably not. Demonstrators Demonstrations have broken out in at least 75 cities in recent days, with governors and mayors deploying the National Guard or imposing curfews on a scale not seen since the aftermath of the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King in '68. So, yeah, Jack, do you think he's right for calling out Antifa during this shit?
Oh, absolutely. He should call out Antifa. They should be labeled a terrorist organization.
I feel okay. Donald Trump saying that Antifa is a horrible, violent organization is not painting all protesters with a broad brush. It's painting the people who are doing this horrible shit with a broad brush.
Yeah.
And good morning, Nuts. How you doing, sweetheart? It's also letting some of the original rioters off the hook.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Antifa was the first night that we saw real violence coming out of Minneapolis. I don't think you can blame that on Antifa.
No, that's probably more local people rioting and destroying stuff. But now I think there's a lot more coordination because you saw the pallets of bricks. We've seen people with earpieces. There's a lot of shady shit going on that I think now is more organized and in control.
Talik says, Monkey, you realize people don't actually think about specifics like that these days. This is why I hammer on the press so much, because you're right. They don't. They just believe what they read, what they're told. And that's a sad, sad statement, man.
It really is. But people are dumb and lazy. Real quick, thank you, Evolved Potato. If he wanted to, the president could go up on the roof with the snipers and shoot the rioters if they got on the lawn, because I would. Yeah, I mean, I don't like people being on my lawn now because I'm a cranky old man. If I was the president, I'd be pretty feisty. So I would respect that. But
have you seen the mainstream media try to push the narrative that it's white supremacist groups pushing the organized violence? Yes, I have. That's kind of dying down as it's being pointed to Antifa because, one, it makes far more sense, and two, we can actually see the Antifa activists there.
Right?
Yeah, you can actually see these motherfuckers. There's that one guy. What was that at Santa Monica where they're trying to find that guy who actually paid? He's paying black guys to go get some shit they can burn. That dude's clearly Antifa. One, he's from his horrific I'm almost a man beard. Guys, beard doesn't make you a man. I know some of you think it. Jeremy, stop it. Trim that shit. You look ridiculous. Where was I? What was I talking about? Shit.
I don't know, but now I'm picturing like little babies with like those stick-on beards.
Yeah.
They're trying to be adorable.
Look, the Amish have to grow that beard after they get married. You don't. Calm down. I do like the Amish beard. I'm not gonna lie. The Amish outlaw. There was is it C. Everett Koop? I have a book of top 10 lists from the Late Show with David Letterman from years and years and years ago, and one of them was the top 10 names for C. Everett Koop's beard, and one of them was the Amish outlaw, and it's just always stuck with me.
Wow. Do you have that on your shelf next to a book of Sniglets?
No, I don't know where I have that. I think it's in the closet on the other side of that door, actually. I have lots of old books like that were great at the time, and they're actually still funny.
Yeah, those are the old joke books. Those were awesome.
Oh, gross joke books were funny. My friend, I had one, and I didn't even realize I had it. It was in a box somewhere, and I pulled it out. And my friend came over, and he saw it, and I watched my friend, who at the time was like 35 years old, sit there and read this thing cover to cover, laughing so hard he couldn't breathe sometimes. I'm like, dude, relax. They're not even that funny. They're just politically incorrect these days.
Yeah.
Pete, he tags every time. So actually, guys, if you're actually trying to get me to see what you say, we should talk about this. I know sometimes you can't say my name, and for those of you that happens to, I apologize. But if you're trying to say something that you actually want me to look at, and you're not just throwing a thought out there into the void or talking to somebody in chat, putting my name puts a little orange box around it so I can actually see. And it catches my eye. Doesn't mean I'll always read it, but it catches my eye. Same with Jack. I'm sure it's helpful because it lights up his name so he knows it's addressed to him. That's why it's done. And it is the best way to get my attention besides a donation, which I'm not telling you guys to donate. Please do if you can and want to. But other than that, yeah, it's the best way to get my attention. Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you. Do you think the Amish are wondering why there is smoke on the horizon? I don't know. I did hear because somebody there was a joke on the internet about has anybody told the Amish what's happening with COVID? And apparently people have reached out to the Amish to let them know what's going on.
Then the Amish were like, "Get off my land, heathen!
Get out of here before you make us sick, fucker!"
Yeah, fucking English, get out of here.
I gotta go find my holy sheet.
Hang out with my plain wife.
Do the Amish like get horny?
Probably, but I don't want to watch a Amish sex orgy. It might be uncomfortable for all of us.
Well, I'm asking because I know they're very religious people. Are they the kind of people who only have sex to procreate, or do they like sometimes like, hey Maggie, get in here, I got a boner, and bring the sheep? Are they the ones with the sheep?
I don't know.
I just like putting it with them. Only when they see ankles. I had an Amish chick flirt with me once. It was cool. That's right. I turned on an Amish chick, y'all.
Sounds hairy.
She was sitting there just she was doing, almost cartoonishly blinking at me and stuff. I'm like, I'm getting hit on by an Amish chick.
Yeah,
I wasn't married.
That bitch ain't trimming downstairs.
If I wasn't married, I'd have washed it and hit it, man.
Yeah, she's probably got hairy legs and everything.
Look, man, I don't care. She got the puss. I'd have put it in. Just it'd be like, banging a Sasquatch.
Yeah, no, Cannibalistics Wizard's right. The 70s bush, man.
That's all right. That's all right.
I ain't into no squatch banging.
I wasn't gonna lick it.
Well, what if she's into that? What if she's like, churn my butter?
Do Amish people have oral sex?
I would imagine.
See, I'm thinking now they don't.
Yeah, well, they're doing butt stuff too. And she probably doesn't have tampons, so she's bleeding all over the place.
Well, you're making this gross, Jack. I just wanted to bang an Amish chick.
I know. I'm just giving you the reality of the situation.
Imagine how their sex must smell. If you guys have ever smelled an Amish person, and I'm not trying to be mean, but oh my, they stink. Especially in summertime, man. God didn't say you can't use deodorant as far as I know. It's cheap, and I know the Amish around here, man, they pull out wads of cash. They sell a lot of furniture and stuff in this area. And most of their farms do very well, so they're pretty well off. Go buy a fucking speed stick, man. Jesus Christ, you stinky sons of bitches. You can make your own soap. Though the water's colder, it takes a while to heat up. I understand that, but you'll figure it out. God damn, they stink.
You gotta remember, some of them don't believe in buttons, so why would soap be one of their fancy technologies?
I wonder if they know they stink. You know what I mean? Does an Amish person ever go to an Amish friend's house and be like, "Oh, damn, George, you stink"? Sorry, not George, Jebediah.
They're probably used to it.
I think you guys missed my point. I wasn't sure of your point, Pete. That wasn't so much directed at you as to let people know if you are trying to get our attention, that's the best way to do it. Because some people get very mad that I miss what they say. And a lot of times, especially if the chat is being really talkative that night, we miss stuff very easily. So it's not being mean to you. I wasn't trying to single you out there, Pete, just saying.
Plus, we are easily distractible, so there might be a shiny thing in the corner one of us is looking at.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at shiny Amish puss.
That's glistening, buddy.
Use some soap. Oh, they just stink so bad. They're very nice people. I got to be honest here. I've never met a rude Amish person.
You know who else is nice? The homeless, and they smell too.
Well, but they don't build barns.
You don't know what they do in their free time. They might be secretly Amish people.
No, of all potato, I do look at chat. There are times I'm not looking at it. I'm not going to lie to you because oftentimes, especially if I'm in a rant, my eyes are nowhere near the screen. Not at all. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But sometimes I pay attention. The DC fires have spread to St. John's Church. No, it was set. There was one set there hours ago. We watched when it was first burning.
Yeah, watch that live. That was clearly started in like the basement area because the flames were in the basement because they had to go down the stairs to see it.
There's a great part. This reporter goes down with his camera guy, and I don't mean to laugh, but they're filming this, and he goes, "Get out of here! Let's just get out of here." And he's like, "Isn't there something you can do?" And the guy goes, "No, there's not a fire extinguisher around," and there are flames just engulfing this place. The idea of using a fire extinguisher in that moment was absolutely asinine.
Yeah, that room was way too on fire for any fire extinguisher.
Better be careful or you don't want to pick a fight with people that can raise a barn every day. Amish are strong, man.
Yeah, they have like superhuman strength. They have super Amish strength.
They are retard strong. How you guys doing? I'm hopefully Antifa fucktard don't kill me or my lefty ass mother. Good luck to you, sir. Stay safe. Half the time you respond to my jokes, insults, I'm kind of surprised. BG, I only pay attention to you every once in a while because I know nobody else does, and I feel bad for you.
I like BG. He cracks me up.
BG's a butthead.
Yeah.
He knows the rules. He's only supposed to insult me on game streams, and he keeps breaking those rules. It's like I put in a curfew and he doesn't listen.
Oh, shocker.
I know, right? I'll give him a shocker. Do you think the Amish do shockers?
Maybe.
The Amish, you guys know how I get off on these weird things like two butthole lady. The Amish, as soon as I learned about the Amish, I got so intrigued. And I don't want to go ask the Amish because I don't want to be insulting to them. And I realize some of this stuff is insulting. However, I'm very curious about their sex lives because I grew up normal, you know.
Well, I imagine it's probably really boring because they're only allowed to have missionary sex. I don't think they're doing the two in the poo one or two in the goo, one in the poo.
Well, see, that's the kind of thing I mean, are there some of them who are like, we went off on our Rumstaffel or whatever. What's it called?
Rumspringa.
Spring break. That's what I'm going to call it. They go off on Amish spring break and they whore out for a couple of days or weeks. And then they decide to come back to the coven. And
Coven.
Coven
Enclave.
That was close. Coven Enclave. It's not that different.
True.
Anyway, so they come back to the coven and they've had this experience out there getting fingered by strangers and that kind of stuff, taken in the butt in a bathroom in a dirty club. I don't know what they do on spring break, but they come back after this experience, and even if they're like, okay, I'm rejecting all that stuff, there's got to be a part of them there, right? That's like, I kind of liked it when he had his mouth on my puss. I kind of don't like having a bush so hairy that, it feels like I'm in a booster seat.
You got to remember, not all Amish do Rumspringa. It's just certain orders of Amish do that. So it's possible some of them never get to experience what it's like out in the fun world.
Okay, how about this then? There has to have been some moment in their life where something warm and wet pressed against there. And they had to have thought, wow, a mouth is warm and wet. Look, it's not like putting your mouth on a pussy sorry, did I say pussy? Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah, kitties, yeah.
It's not like licking the lady garden is a normal thing. It's something we learn, It's not like if two people were just put in a room like, okay, procreate, they're going to go, the first thing I should do is lick that. You know what I mean?
That's a fair point. I don't know. This is a very complicated subject.
I know, and it's why it fascinates me. There has to be an Amish couple out there that's breaking the rules. At least one. At night it sounds like he's killing her because he's killing her. And I don't mean the way Amish people get rid of their wives. I mean, having sex. And he's killing it. And the lady next door is like, how come you scream like that? I live 3 miles away and I could hear you. And she's like, well, Guntherette. I don't know what the fuck are Amish girl names. I don't know what Amish girl names are. Jezebel. That's a Bible name, right? So Jezebel, what happened? And she's like, he put it in my butt.
Okay, here's some Amish women names. Abigail.
Oh, okay, Abigail.
Amity.
I'm like the horror.
Yeah, Amity. Amity.
Okay.
It means friendship.
I bet. I'm sorry. What?
Anke. Anke.
Oh, that sounds like Amish slut because she's showing her ankle.
It's a version of Anne.
Oh, look at Anke over there. That whore.
Look at that. Look at Anke being such tart. Then Anna, Annie, Barbara, Bertha, Betty.
Why didn't I think of Bertha? Because Bertha to me is not Amish. That's a fat chick in Minnesota.
Right? Apparently Dorothy, Dawn, Colette, Bridget, and Sevilla are pretty common too.
All right. Fair enough. Anke is German. Well, I mean, these people are German. Fucking weirdos. No, I'm very fascinated in their sex lives, and I need to find a book, The Sex Lives of the Amish.
Imagine you can find some links on Pornhub that might point you in the right direction. Oh, I just found a top 10 list of female first names if you're interested.
Hold that thought. Mighty Balzac, thank you. Look up pics of de Blasio's daughter. Woof. Ooh.
Yeah, right. She's not pretty, but she looks like the type of person that'd be arrested for protest.
And before you get to that, P-Dog says, say what? Actually, you're right. He's in Minnesota. Anyway, top 10, is this Amish names or just women's names?
The top 10 common Amish female first names.
All right, let's go. I bet Guntherish is on there somewhere.
I think you made that one up. That's not a real name. Number 1 is Sarah.
Yeah, damn, I should have known that. That is a very biblical name. Yes.
Yeah, and there's also a variation, which is a nickname or pet name, Sadie.
Oh, okay.
So that one's real popular. Number 2 is Linda, or possibly short for Belinda, because apparently that one's common too.
Gotcha.
But Belinda is the name of the chicken in Return to Oz, so that's not nice. Don't do that.
That's horrible.
Yeah, and then there's Mary, which is from the New Testament variation Miriam.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was, again, another obvious. Ruth will probably be up there dangerous. Hang on, let's see.
Number 4, Ruby.
Oh.
Number 5, Fanny, the diminutive form of Francis.
Mm-hmm.
It also means butt. Number 6 is Elizabeth.
Fanny only means butt here.
Yeah.
Fanny in the UK is an entirely different thing. If somebody asks you in the UK if they can pat your fanny, ladies, just find out what it means. Go ahead.
That's going to be your no-no squares.
Yes.
Then, of course, Lizzie is a derivation of Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yeah.
Number 7 is Emma.
Okay.
Number 8 is Rebecca, often spelled with spelled Rebekh.
Yep. These are very, almost all of these are very biblical names, and the others maybe that I just missed.
Yeah. Next, number 9 is Lavinia.
That's made up.
No, that's a real name.
Guntherette is more.
Guntherette is not a name.
Guntherette is more of a name than Lavinia. No,
Lavinia is an actual name. That's it's spelled Lovina or Lavina. It's a variation of
Leviticus.
It's a Roman mythological character, the wife of Anicius, the mother of the Roman people.
I'm still sticking with Guntherette.
The number 10 is a shocker to me because I did not expect this. Naomi. It's Ruth's mother-in-law in Hebrews, or in the Old Testament, and means pleasantness.
Yep. See, all of them are biblical names. I should have known that.
Yeah, you want to hear the obscure ones? Maybe Gunther Red will be on.
Red. Come on, Gunther Red.
All right, here's the unusual ones. Number 1, Lynita, Lynita.
This is from the Black Amish cult.
Right? But Lynn is also part of that. So Arletta is number 2. It's a French name. Number 3, Adele.
Oh, I didn't know she was Amish.
I didn't either. Number 4 is Elfsta.
Guntherette better be on this fucking list.
Number 5 is Jala, Jaala.
Wow.
That sounds made up too. Number 6 is Sevilla.
Okay, I can see that one actually.
Number 7 is Arloween. All right, that's a fucking elf. I don't know what that shit is.
But Guntherette is out of the realm,
right? Guntherette is not an elf name. That sounds like something an orc would be named. Number 8, Rosamunda.
From the Mexican tribe.
Yeah, it's a fusion of Rose and Amanda, apparently. And Leora is number 9. And number 10 is Juanita, Oneita.
Also from the Mexican tribe.
That one's actually a possibly Native American, means standing rock.
I feel like Guntherette should fit in that list.
I think Guntherette is fake.
I think some of those are fake. Lavinia, kiss my ass.
How have you never heard that name before?
No, because I'm not full of shit. Okay, I'm full of shit sometimes, but not right now. No one is named Guntherette. You don't know that. How dare you, sir? I'm going to have my grandchildren named Guntherette just so y'all can't say that shit. No, I like my grandchildren. I'll have somebody else do it.
I was going to say.
Come here, little Guntherette. I hope there's a real Guntherette out there. Guntherette, I hope you're sleeping well, sweetheart. In my mind, she's hot. Guntherette.
I don't think anybody else thinks that somebody named Guntherette would be hot.
Look, one of her eyes is slightly lower than the other, but that's just because her parents were married after they were already related.
Like, picture Sloth and then put a wig on him and call him Guntherette. That's
Guntherette. Look, Guntherette she's misunderstood. She's misunderstood. All she needs is a little makeup and to take her ponytail down, and she's hot.
Yeah, I'm looking up the word Guntherette, and I'm not finding people named Guntherette. Sorry.
It's the spelling.
Is it?
It's spelled Sarah.
I don't think that's accurate. I think you're making shit up.
I feel like Guntherette should be a name. Now I'm going to have to write a book with a character named Guntherette.
Guntherette is a lie, just like the round earth.
Guntherette is the truth. Hashtag
Guntherette is the light in the way. Is that what you're telling me?
She's the leader of the coven. Oh, my God. The things we talk about, Jack.
Yeah, I don't know how we get into this mess.
Look, I'm a naturally curious person. There's a lot of things that I see and I can't help it, man. It's just like, why the fuck? There was a guy once who I believe he was on Letterman, and he could stop a ceiling fan with his tongue.
How long was his tongue?
I don't know. I didn't actually get to see it. I read an article about it the next day. And to me, the question wasn't how long was his tongue. It's like, how do you learn you can do that?
Too much free time in a ceiling fan?
You got to get your face real close to a ceiling fan. You ever been hit by a ceiling fan? They hurt. Expo Hotep, thank you. There is a Twitter profile named Guntherette with 84 followers. Thank you.
That's not a real person. That's a fake name.
They got a Twitter profile. That's real. You telling me that's a Russian bot? No.
I'm telling you that's somebody's Warcraft account.
I'm going to follow Guntherette right now.
They're going to be like, who the fuck is this guy?
I'm going to you back off. At Guntherette XO. Haha. That's a dude in a banana suit. This is a different Gunther. Where's the Guntherette?
Is that Onision?
I don't know, but I can't follow a dude. Oh, here's Guntherette. All right, I'm not following some dude with a.
You won't follow some dude in a banana suit, but you'll follow some rando named Guntherette.
Yep.
Oh,
followed.
okay, fair enough.
Followed. There you go. How you like me now? Bam. There she is, y'all. It's probably a dude. It's okay. The second thing down on her list is that's weird. It's a cat getting a sonogram.
Yeah, because somebody named Guntherette is going to be a normal person.
Most of this shit is in a different language. I don't know what the fuck this is.
She says she's from France. So.
Oh, god damn it. I followed a Frenchie.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Hey, her name's Guntherette. She wins. If that dude wasn't dressed in a banana, he'd have got a follow too. Fucking dress up in a banana suit. How dare you? Anyhow, we just wasted half an hour on Guntherette.
You wasted half an hour on Guntherette. I had a great time.
You were with me. How dare you? Don't you try to blame this on me.
You said time was wasted. I disagree.
All right, maybe it wasn't wasted. All of the time we do here is wasted. I hope it's just entertaining wastefulness for these people. Do you get curious about any of that stuff, Jack, or do you just weird shit happens? You're just like, well, weird shit happens, and let it go.
I just kind of ride it out at this point.
I can't help it. I have to know. Like Two Butthole Lady. You know the most interesting thing about that to me, Jack?
Two buttholes?
No, believe it or not. There's two things I find incredibly interesting about that woman. One,
I bet there are.
God damn it. I'm trying to have a thought here, you son of a bitch.
Sorry.
Oh, God damn it. Two Butthole Lady. One, they are one on top of each other, not side by side. I know this because I've seen the diagrams. But this condition causes horrible problems that you have to go to a doctor for now and then and be painfully fixed. And they told her, we can just take one of those out. I don't know how they do it. They do a buttholectomy.
They do what they did with the Cats movie and remove buttholes.
It's just CGI'd out.
Yeah.
They told her, we can just take this out. You won't have this problem anymore. And she said no.
Yeah, because she wanted to have a 4-way and have it be legit.
But the other part that really, really fascinates me is I think she was in her 30s or 40s when she found out she had two buttholes.
Maybe she really likes wiping.
She just likes the way Charmin feels. I want the butthole cut.
You think she wipes with different toilet paper on each butthole?
Maybe one of them has been bad, so it gets the single ply. I don't know how you go that long in your life and not realize you only have, or that you have two buttholes. I don't touch my butt all that often, but I'm fairly certain I only have one. But like I said, more interesting. You can take care of a problem. Okay, it's not like you're in a circus sideshow for the thing. It's not making you money that anybody knows about because there's no porn out there. Trust me, I had to do research. But there's no reason to keep it. Just get your butthole sewn shut and hope they only sew one of them. P-Dog Knight, thank you. Guntherette, when Antifa shows up at your lawn and you pull out your AK or your AR-15, Guntherette. There you go.
Now, look, all I'm saying is that she's going to have the best OnlyFans because you're getting double for less price.
Look, I'm with you on that. If she was going that route, I don't know how the logistics of that. If you've ever seen a triple penetration, I'm not saying I've seen that before, but it's very tight in those quarters.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of secrets there.
Yeah, but you do need some distance for the wieners, as they're called.
Well, no, all she's got to do is find a guy with two dicks.
Yeah, that would work. I think. Yeah, sure. There are people born like that, guys. usually one on top of the other, which that means that was your twins, Peter.
Yeah. Does that count as a threesome by itself?
I think it does. Which one is yours, and which one belongs to the kid that didn't make it?
Yeah, because you don't want to touch the wrong one then.
No.
Then you're a weirdo.
Especially when you're young. How did she find out? Fire 2 directions after a taco? No. Thrasher, she found out because she had to go into the doctor. This causes something horrible with the intestines where they stop working properly, so they get horrifically backed up. And apparently it's like they get caught at the junction. They can't decide whether to go up or down.
What is this? Is this an episode of Thomas the Tank Engine?
It is. Somebody forgot to pull the little lever to make the train go the right way. And they end up horribly backed up, like really badly backed up. And I think the one time she actually had to have surgery to get it fixed. But they didn't close up her butthole for her.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh man, so many questions. And then there's of course Abby and Brittany. I can't talk about weird questions I have without bringing them up.
We went from riots to circus freaks. You know that, right?
I like circus freaks. I wish I lived at a time with circus freaks because I respect weird people.
I respect the game. They're working.
You know, I think it's fucked up that all those people got those shut down. Now, if they've been fighting for like better wages for them or better treatment for the circus freaks, fine. But when you fought to get it shut down, oh my God, people are laughing. Yeah, you put those poor fuckers out of work. Good job, dickhead.
History is full of Karens.
Yeah, and that's one of those the road to hell, paved with those good intentions. I'm sorry, Mask Boy, you have to go starve to death because Karen doesn't want people laughing at you.
Yeah.
But I do, for all my talk about midgets, and I do love them running, guys. I'm not kidding. I can't even talk about it without talking about that because as soon as I mention midgets, I see them running in my head, Jack. And it is the funny, the way their little arms wiggle at the side when they're running real hard. Oh my God. It's proof that there's a God somewhere and he wants me to laugh. But I have respect for them because those people go through some shit in life.
Yeah.
Especially them, man. Every time somebody farts, it's like face level. It's horrible. They get pink eye all the time.
True.
Maybe they should learn to code. They can't. Have you seen their fingers? They got little tiny sausage fingers.
I think you just talked about circus freaks.
Leave them alone. They don't need to learn to code. They need to be able to go back to being freaks. Freak shows were a good thing. I like freaks because they're weird and I like the weird. The usual is boring. That's why, a lot of times we talk about women who are beautiful on this show. There's obviously some flaw in them. Like Anna Kasparian, her old nose, it was obviously flawed, but she looks so much better than she does with her little Barbie nose. It was distinct. And now it's like, oh, she looks like somebody has just been pulling that ponytail too tight.
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks, thank you. And for this weekend, stupid, what not to do in Minnesota riots, stand out on your lawn with your AR and say Hitler was right to passing protesters. Yeah, that might not be a good idea. Jesus Christ. Nuts, thank you so much, sweetheart, for dropping our link. Guys, if you enjoy this, and why would you? Please hit the like button. Please share. And if you can, toss some money over at Jack. He likes to eat too.
Like, share, and subscribe, or Guntherette will come out of whatever horror movie she's in.
Guntherette is a wonderful woman. She's not a horror. She's beautiful.
She sounds like somebody from The Hills Have Eyes.
What? You're mean, Jack. This is worse than your Batgirl stuff.
No, it's not. Hey, Squish.
Guntherette is a sweetheart. Hi, Monica.
Yeah, all 5 of her teeth and her scraggly hair and her, radiation devolved face and downsy forehead. Yeah,
he's not talking about you, Squishy.
No, I'm talking about Guntherette.
She just came in. You said hi, Squishy, and then you go into this rant about this ugly chick.
I'm sorry, that probably was confusing. Yeah, I'm talking about Guntherette.
Oh, so the timing on that was perfect.
Yeah, I bet Gunther Rat is hung like that Beyonce guy.
Gunther Red is beautiful, and she is
Oh.
all woman. You guys
Yeah.
are horrible.
Oh.
But hi, Squish. I'm sorry I called you Monica. He threw me off when he said hi, Squish, and I looked, and I know that's you, but my brain read Monica, and she doesn't like to be called that. That's Squishy.
I'm distracted. I apologize.
Oh, we were arguing about Gunther Red, so.
There needs to be a horror movie named Gunther Rat, and it's all about this sloth-looking motherfucker staggering through the woods trying to get into a cabin full of like moderately attractive men that she wants to bang.
Gunther Red is hot. She's a spy, actually. That's how hot she is. Her name makes people think she's going to be ugly, and then she shows up and throws them off.
And then she's like, "Hey, you guys!"
You fucker.
Probably got bonus chromosomes.
Be nice to her. Gunther Red has feelings.
Does she? Because
Yes.
that sounds like a Neanderthal. I don't know.
She's a beautiful person, and it's horrible that you would talk about her that way.
Well, I'm not a nice person. Oh, what's Cernovich bitching about?
Who? What? Yeah, somebody told me Cernovich was losing his mind, and I don't know. I don't follow him.
He seems like he would lose his mind.
I only see it's a lot of people that I follow him, and so they'll tweet out his stuff, and I'll see it from time to time, but I don't actually follow him. So
I don't follow him. And him and Mark Dice seem like they're very like judgmental, pushy people.
Mark Dice is one of those guys who sometimes I can take him, and other times it's like too far, dude.
Yeah, he seems very much like a conservative Karen.
Jordan, these pictures you just sent to the hashtag are the last ones that I've seen here. Very nice. That chick, the second chick, man, that's Guntherette right there. She got the straw hat and everything.
You're not making Guntherette into a hottie, dude. I'm sorry.
This is Guntherette, y'all. I don't care what you say. This is what she looks like to me. Hashtag Guntherette.
No. First of all, the thighs need some work. Look at that.
You leave her. No, that's perfect. She got butt and everything, man. Look, that's not. I'm bending my back and I got ass. That's I got a crease, man.
Is she gonna play Batgirl later? Because
you're hurtful tonight.
Yeah, tonight. That's it. What's with that? Track down a picture of Guntherette, a real one. Yeah, here we go. Let me screen share this because
no, I'm not sharing this. How dare you? What the fuck? No,
that's Guntherette right there.
No, that's Lavinia.
No, that's a Guntherette. Lavinia could go either way, but
that's Lavinia.
This is Guntherette pictured here with this poor little elf she ate later.
No,
and yeah, this is a Lavinia here, but yeah. I'm sorry, Guntherette. No,
Guntherette hot.
You find this hot?
No, I'm telling you, you didn't even think Guntherette was real. Now you're trying to tell me what she looks like? I can't take your word for it.
I can't take your word for it that Guntherette exists.
I follow her on Twitter. I put the link into chat.
All I know is that Jim Henson had some sort of hand in the creation of Guntherette. That's all I'm saying.
Squish, have a good day at work, sweetheart.
Yeah, have fun, Squish.
There are 200 people listening to this nonsense at 4 o'clock in the morning. I love you people. I really, really do.
Real quick, thank you, X Bubba Hotep. Guntherette, the retarded cousin of Sloth. Exactly. Thank you.
Y'all are, you ain't right. You guys were talking about how she didn't exist. I'm not taking your opinion on what she looks like. She is beautiful. All 3 of her eyes are pretty.
Yeah, you find weird shit beautiful.
No, I find it interesting, and I cannot help that, and I will not apologize for my curiosity on the world's anomalies, especially when it comes to, you know what? One of the weirdest things I ever saw, Jack. There's a condition out there where women are born without a vagina.
What?
And it's weird. I forget the name, but I was doing a video for intersex, right? Because there was an intersex person whining, and I had to respond to it. And I was looking up all these intersex things, and it's a woman born with no vagina. She has all of the outer parts, But you know where the hole is? It's not there. It's just closed. And it haunts my nightmares.
Yeah, that would. That's horrific.
Because I saw an actual picture, not like a drawing, an actual picture of this. I'm like, that's horrible. It's just.
How do they pee?
They still have a urethra. That's still there. It's the vaginal opening is not there. It's just flat. It's flat, pinky flesh. And like, ugh. I feel like that's a good place to end.
Giving everyone nightmares about Guntherette with no vagina. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
I knew you would do that. That was Lavinia, you motherfucker. Guntherette is hotter than Lavinia. That is fact. It is science. I read it in a science book when I was in 3rd grade. You can't prove I didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this nonsense for 2 hours or an hour and 50 minutes. I still have to do my game stream, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to do that 5 hours ago.
Well, we've been fucking off in people's chats for hours. So.
Yeah. Got a little distracted there. And then Guntherette came to the rescue. Guys, thank you so much for watching the stream and putting up with this nonsense. Thank you for all the donations. You guys are amazing, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Jack, anything you'd like to shill tonight?
Yeah, I'll throw a link to my latest video in the chat. Thank you for the donations. You guys are awesome.
Tonight's Monday. We're going to be on Satsu 2 Cents channel, 9 p.m. Eastern time for Lords of the Night. My game stream for more Fallout will be coming up here in a few minutes. I'm not sure how long. I should probably eat before I do it, so we'll see what happens. But watch Twitter. I'll be announcing it when I go live. Chat, thank you guys so much for joining me, Jack. It's been a pleasure this evening, my friend. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me again. Everybody, have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Jack wants to hump Gunther.